Good morning, everybody. And I wish you all a very, very blessed and Merry Christmas. Thank you. So it has been quite a year as parish priest of 5 parishes. Life is a little complicated these days. The last 2 years particularly have been burdensome both emotionally and physically. Personally, though, what did me in was Tutu's passing away. This ripped my heart. This has been incredibly hard. It was December the 3rd. I had just finished the Sunday 5 p.m. Mass. And I went back to the sacristy, and a surprise awaited me. Sitting on the sacristy table was this beanie puppy toy on a card. And the card read, "Merry Christmas, Father Satish. I am lost. Please hug me and keep me safe. My name is Gatsby. Thank you." The card was not signed. It looks like it's written by a child. Well, it better be a child. My eyes were beginning to well up in the sacristy, so I quickly said my goodbyes and I went back into my room. Now listen, this is a lifeless little beanie toy. But up in my room, I hugged this little beanie toy, and I broke down. Listen, I'm 57 years old. I have a PhD in theology. But on that night, I wept like a little child. On one level, it was Gatsby and the card that touched me deeply. But there was something more profound. In the midst of my very complicated, complex, and emotionally sensitive life, a little child showed me love and tenderness. An innocent, gentle, loving, caring, and perhaps a shy child showed me love and tenderness, the kind of love and tenderness that I cannot put into words. That night was my silent night. 2,000 years ago, life for the average person in Palestine was very fragile, complicated, and complex. And into this very fragile, complicated, and complex world came love and tenderness. In the form of an innocent, gentle, loving, caring, and perhaps shy child, love and tenderness came into the world. This child had a name. Scripture says they name him Wonder Counselor, God Hero, Father forever, Prince of Peace, Emmanuel, God with us. But really, his name is Jesus Christ. Of course, the course of human history, God has been known in many and varied ways. But since that first Christmas, God will be forever known as love and tenderness. Jesus was born and he grew up. And as he began his ministry, we read that most people loved him. But there were those who were beginning to become skeptical. But that did not change him. He continued to bring love and the tenderness of God to the people. He moved among them. He touched them. He healed them. He spoke to them tenderly. When they were hungry, he fed them. And even when they put him on the cross, he continued to show love and tenderness, even against a very brutal death. He simply said, Father, forgive them. Folks, Christmas, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, Easter Sunday, all of it, the entire life of Jesus, from the moment of conception till his ascension, is known as love and tenderness. Today, our world remains as complicated as it was that first Christmas. And nothing could be more ironical than the violence, the war, and the brutality in the very land that Jesus was born. Listen, it's one thing to have a just war, but it's quite another to have innocent men, women, and children massacred in the same land where Herod massacred the children 2,000 years ago. I was hoping for a Christmas truce, but that did not happen. This Christmas, there was no Christmas carols. There were no lights. There are no celebrations in Bethlehem. Just rubble and barbed wire and brutality and war. Yesterday, I prayed, if today was the incarnation, where would Jesus be born? And as if a little voice in my heart said, in the very same place. Amidst the rubble, amidst the barbed wires, amidst carnage, starvation, death, and destruction. For Jesus came to save us from our inhumanity. Around the world and in our country and even in the church, division and hate run rampant. In 2023, it is in this world that this morning we have gathered to celebrate Christmas. And if there's anything that our world needs, it is love and tenderness. 2,000 years ago, a little child taught us love and tenderness. On December the 3rd, a little child showed me love and tenderness. And today, this is my prayer, that the love and the tenderness that kissed the world that first Christmas will kiss us again. And today my prayer is that, touched by the God who came to save us as love and tenderness, today, tomorrow, and in the year to come, that each one of us will bring love and tenderness to this very hurting world. I want to conclude with this. This Christmas, I seek your attention to three things: the child in this manger, the man on that cross, and the bread and wine that will soon be on the altar. All of these three things, the manger, the crib, the cross, and the sacrament, they're all sacraments of love and tenderness. But there is one more thing, and that is you and me. The love and the tenderness in the crib, on the cross, and on the altar is looking for shelter. They say there was no room for him in the inn. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph today look for a room. They look for shelter. And I pray that today they might find it in us. This Christmas, may you and I become a sacrament of God's tenderness and God's love.